Alright, so this is going to be another prediction video. This time it's going to be for UFC 118, and it's going to be for the main event, BJ Penn against Frankie Edgar 2. This will be the rematch, with Frankie Edgar, of course, winning the first fight. BJ Penn coming back now and attempting to reclaim his title, so to speak. Now, I will say that the first fight was a little bit, I don't know, the decision to go for Frankie, I have to disagree with that. I disagree with a lot of decisions, especially over the last couple of years. There's been a lot of questionable decisions, but this to me was one of the worst because, number one, when you're fighting for a championship, it needs to be a decisive win. It needs to be a decisive victory to take that belt. You should at least win 3 rounds out of the 5. If you win two rounds and the third one is kind of the champion should retain the title. It shouldn't be like this. Basically, the first fight I had BJ winning 3 rounds out of 5, and I think that the argument could be made for Frankie to have 3 rounds out of 5, but I still think that it was too close to change champions over. Anyway, this time around, I think we're going to see a different fight. I think we're going to see BJ come right back. He didn't look good last time in Abu Dhabi. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was fighting outdoors or something like that. The heat that did to him. He's from Hawaii, so you'd think that really wouldn't have an effect on BJ. But BJ's motivation and endurance has always kind of been questionable in a lot of his fights. His training and everything like that. Sometimes he's at the higher weights. He's come in overweight, and he just doesn't look like he's in that good a shape. And Frankie Edgar in the last fight basically had the physical advantage of having more endurance, more energy than BJ did, and just basically outworking him. So then in the last couple rounds, he got a couple takedowns and things like that made it look like he was really the decisive winner, when really it plays a big part who wins the last round. Whoever wins the last round of a fight, whether they won the whole fight or not, when you win the last round, it really has a big impact on the judges and the fans. This time around, I don't think it's going to be the same. I think that BJ is going to come back. He's going to get his title back. I think it's just the story of BJ's career that he's always kind of, had problems with his motivation, his conditioning, and all this kind of stuff coming into his fights sometimes. Sometimes he's really motivated for a fight and he's ready to go, like for example the Diego Sanchez fight, and he's in great shape and he's ready to just lay down the law. Other times BJ comes in and he's kind of, I don't know. This time they said that he had a staph infection. He didn't want to make excuses, so he didn't say anything of it, but it was reported in Fight Magazine that he did have a staph infection before the last one. So coming into this one, I think BJ is going to be healthy, ready to go, that killer BJ that we saw against Diego Sanchez. So Travis picking BJ Penn. I'd say probably we're going to be looking at 3rd round TKO for BJ. Alright, see you guys.